Wow. Sure looks different in this field now when you pull in here. Just sitting right at the approach into this field that I just finished breaking up. 30 years being grass and it's finally broke up. Wow. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do this morning to kick off the day, fire up the Massey, hook back onto the rock picker. I used the Massey to unload that demo Amazon disc yesterday. The old stagger, you got to back up the trailer to hook up to that disc, and the old stagger brakes just wouldn't hold it. Wasn't quite enough braking power to hold the tractor from rolling forward, so it was too awkward to hook it up. So I used the Massey to unload it and load it back up afterwards. But anyway, hook up to the rock picker, and there's a few good sized rocks around the edge of the field here, kind of over on the north side over there. There's more. There's a tiny little rock pile over that way. Go see if I can clean them up, and then by then should be warm enough. I'll fire up the stagger. I think I'm done here breaking it. I just want to go get those rocks now before I forget them. And take that stagger and braking disc back to our farm. There's a couple dried up sloughs on the edge of the one field there. I'm going to break up instead of farming all the way around. Just, make it more convenient. And if it's too wet in the spring, well, so be it. But while I got this braking disc, I'm going to break them up. Take the chance. Maybe they'll be dry enough to seed through in the spring and make it a little easier seeding. After that, I think I'm going to bring the cultivator with shovels out here today. Not sure what time I'll get to that, but should be done with that braking disc today, though. Get a hold of the rental place and tell them I'm done with it. Okay, let's go fire up the Massey. Yeah, I see there's a couple, there's actually probably a few rocks this size here that braking disc gouged out of the ground. There's one right there. Look at the size of him. Better pick him. And then there was one, right there. Let's see it right there. So there's two here, and I think there's one, two, maybe two or three more further up the field along the edge here. There's not that many rocks really, but I mean there's probably a bunch more small ones out in the field there that had gouged up. You can't see it because they're so dirty. Black from all the dirt on it. But we'll pick these big ones now, and after the cultivator goes through, there's probably going to be more that'll pop up too, but whatever. Get a couple of them now and pick some more later. Okay, so I just picked the one good sized rock there. I see there's a little tiny rock pile right here, and I got to get that mulcher back so we can subsoil where the bush was. I got him to mulch a little tiny bush right here. You can see where I didn't disc it, because the disc just rolled right over top of all those roots. But see the little tiny rock pile right there? We'll try flip those out with the bucket. Got that little rock pile. She's all gone, like it was never there. I see there's a couple more. Where do I see a rock? Oh, right here. Decent sized one. May as well pick him. That's all I can see in that spot for rocks. I guess that's it. Fire up the stagger and go to our farm. Well, I got all the bigger rocks that I knew where they were. I'm gonna check the fluids on the stagger, fire it up while it's warming up. Go dump the rock picker, it's right full. By the time I do all that, she'll be hopefully warm enough. Oh no, I gotta fuel it up too. It's getting pretty low on fuel last night. Okay, let's get some fuel in the old stagger. go back to our farm, chop those sloughs up, come back with the old cultivator. Yeah, the guy from Amazonia there was telling me that people were applying for the Tony Reed tillage contest that weren't even farmers. They didn't, like, they just had a little garden in their backyard, just looking to get a free trip to Germany, that's all. Frickin' people, eh? All right. There's one spot in the field here. I want to go touch up with the braking disc before I take off back home. So we'll zip over this, just over here. We'll go do that and head to our farm. Well, we'll get her folded up here. And quick little review on the Wishick disc, though. I think it worked pretty good. I've been breaking up most of our land with spikes on the cultivator, and then go behind that with our own vertical tillage unit, the Mandaco Twister. And that worked, but I tell you, obviously the first pass with the spikes right into the sod was not that bad, right? Because same with this disc going into this sod, it wasn't. The first pass on anything is okay. Second pass, rough with the spikes, but not real rough. Third pass with the spikes, really rough. Fourth pass with the spikes, rougher yet. Each pass with the spikes on the cultivator just got rougher and rougher and rougher, because it doesn't chop at all, right? It just tears more sod out of the ground, and it worked. Cheap way of doing it instead of renting a disc, right? Like, we had that old Frigstead cultivator. I put the spikes on it. It was okay. But I think this way works better, because I only did this 3 times with this disc. And that looks pretty friggin' black to me. Well, you can't look here, because right at the gate, I did it quite a few times last night. And along this edge was quite a few times with the Amazonia disc and whatever. But you look way out in the field there, it looks pretty friggin' black to me. If I spiked this 3 times with the spikes on the cultivator, it would not look this black. So I think any land that gets broke from now on, I'll be renting this Wishick disc. Unless somebody's got one of those Amazonia Catroses for rent, I'd try that, but it'll be this machine from now on. Spikes on the cultivator is just, it ain't worth it. After seeing what this thing will do, I'm curious to see what this field's going to look like after I cultivate it once with the shovels on the cultivator, and then I'll have to do at least 1 pass with the vertical till unit after the cultivator, maybe even twice. Beat it to a pulp this fall, and then not look at it again. Harrow it after harvest next year, and it'll be just like it was been farmed for years. Okay, we'll fold her down, and then I'm gonna break up this. Man, this grass is quite tall. I'm not sure how well this is gonna work out, but you can see how far down the lake's dried up. The water used to be right to here. Now it's all dried up way out to there. I could probably break up some more in this field, but I'm not going to do that this year. I'm just going to do right over here. See how the edge of the field goes there. Big neck comes way out and wraps all the way back around. I'm just going to straighten it out from here to there kind of thing and break up this part. Break up all this so that you've got to go way around when you're farming it. And then we'll see what next year brings, and maybe cut this for hay or something, and cut it, bale it, and break it up next year maybe, or I don't know. See how much snow we get, see how much rain we get next year. It might be filled up again where you can't farm it anyway, so I don't know. But for this year, I'm gonna knock this neck out, and there's one more little slough along that side of the field over there. We'll do that one after. So let's see what we're gonna do, see what kind of a job we're gonna do in here. Let her sit as deep as she'll go. It's chopping her up pretty good. I think if I do this 4 times with this breaking disc, that'll probably be good enough. Shouldn't take very long, a little piece like this. First pass, just starting the second. That's what it looks like after the second pass. Start the third. That's what it looks like after 4 passes with the breaking disc. And here's the next little slough I'm gonna rip up. It's pretty tall. Grass is pretty green right here. It's fairly thick stuff too, but it's, whoa, what's going on there? Plugged up, look at it. There. Got a little carried away on this little slough though. I did this piece about 8 times. It's ready to go. I'll probably bring the vertical tillage unit in here too, just to smoothen it out, leave a nice smooth finish for seeding. But okay, let's go park the Wishick. Go hook onto the old cultivator. See how many flat tires I got on it. I gotta lock these center tine arrows up in the air, otherwise they drag on the ground. What the hell, piece of wire stuck in the grass. There, like that. Where was that wire? There it is. Oh, holy shit. Well, let's fold her up, get back out to that other field there. Well, we made her back to the field here. It's still weird to see it black like this. Wow. Just making the outside round. Not sure how much I'll get done. The cultivator, I gotta shut down at about 5, well, just before 5 o'clock. Zip to town. Going for supper on the wife's side of the family there. Somebody's birthday supper, so get as much done as I can till then, and then maybe come back after that supper and keep cultivating tonight. I don't know, we'll see. I made 2 rounds around the field. I got pretty much time to shut down to go for this supper, but I can't believe it. Got a flat tire in the cultivator. Like, what is with flat tires out here? Holy frick. So anyway, I'm gonna take the tire off, throw it in the truck box. I think we'll have a spare tire at the farm. I can rob it off the old Frigstad cultivator or something if I have to. Should be the same, just implement rim. And then if I decide to come back after supper and keep cultivating, I'll just throw one of those tires on and do it that way. I probably won't use that old Frigstad cultivator anymore anyways. Well, actually we got 2 Frigstads, one just for parts, and then the other one with the spikes on it. And I probably won't use the one with spikes on it. Well, I shouldn't say that, you never know. Little jobs here and there instead of waiting for a rental disc. I don't know. There's not really anything else to break up. No, this is the last field I wanted to break up, and the rest of it's broke. I already broke everything. So there might be a tire on the parts Frigstad cultivator. I'll have to go check. But I'm gonna shut down, take that tire off, go to the farm, find a spare, and by that time I'll have to go for supper there. So talk to you guys maybe tomorrow or later on. I gotta tell you though, having this truck as a makeshift service truck, it's awfully handy. Like, it's not organized at all. I'm not really an organized person, to be honest, but to have everything in one truck, portable welder, generator, fuel tank, air compressor, impact, tools, wrenches, hammer, everything, right? Oh, it's freaking handy. He blew the sidewall out of it, kind of. It's funny though, I remember looking back up the road, just like not that far back, coming up this road, tires were all good. So it must have literally blew like, well, sometime when I went around the field there. Well, it's ripped to the farm. See if I got a spare tire there. I'm sure there is. There's got to be one. Well, I know there'll be one on the cultivator with the spikes on it. If I have to, I'll rob one off it. Is this a spare tire or is it fucked? Oh, this is a different size though, isn't it? What size is this one? 11L15. I think the one off the cultivator is a 9.5. Yeah. 9.515. So would that tire work? Or would the cultivator sit higher out of the ground? Okay, well here's the part sprig stat. No tires on this wing. We'll check the other wing. I'd rather take them off the wing than the main frame. Oh, I don't think there's any tires on this one either. Nope. So that means we either got to take them off the main frame. How are these tires? That looks awkward as fuck to get in there. Oh, what about the harrows? Let's go check the harrows, see what size of tires on the harrows. Perfect. 9.515. That's the exact size I need right there. So I'm going to rob one off the harrows for now because I won't be needing the harrows till next fall. So yeah, whichever one. They're both the same. This one looks a little better shape. I'll take him. I guess it don't matter. Perfect. Okay. Got it in the back of the truck. Let's rip to town.